Hi, this is JC with Beyond 20, and today we're going to take a look at some of the differences between Cherwell and ServiceNow, specifically looking at one of the ways that you can kind of do workflows within both tools. So basically, when you have your trigger item and you want something else to happen, how do you do that? So the first tool we're going to look at today is Cherwell, then we'll take a look at what it's like in ServiceNow. And do keep in mind there are multiple ways to do some of these items within Cherwell and ServiceNow. I'll just be showing a couple of the more common ways. So once we're in a blueprint in the administrative tool, what we're going to do is we are going to go to managers, then automation processes. And here's where basically your automations happen, or some basic workflows. So if we choose one, we're going to choose this one here, right click and edit. What we can see is there is an event here. So this automation process will trigger every time a change request is created. And you can limit the records, you can query the records. So there are ways you can do that. You don't have to do it when it's created. You can do it if it's changed, if it's closed, if you have a related child event happening. There are quite a few ways you can do different things here. So this automation process runs a one step, and that's going to be pretty common. A lot of them will run one steps. And so if we click the ellipsis and go into this one steps, where I click and edit, we can see exactly what it does. And so this is actually going to step through children. And it looks like it is just grabbing email addresses, storing them in a variable, and then sending the email message out. So our trigger is that the change has been created, and then what happens is that it'll grab the email addresses for the individuals, and then it'll send out this email that you can also edit here. So pretty straightforward, but that's a basic automation process with a one step in Cherwell. If we were going to do something similar in ServiceNow, let's take a look at that. So ServiceNow is pushing much more towards what they call Flow Designer. Previously, they've used what's called just regular workflows, but now they are kind of leaning more towards this Flow Designer. And this is really a pretty slick feature. It's kind of similar to the automation process that we saw. I'm just going to pull one up. They've already got up here. And so we have very similar items. It just looks a little bit different. But the basic items is you have a trigger. In this case, a change request has been created or updated. And then the model is normal, the state is an assess, and on hold is false. And then you're going to do something. So in this case, you're going to apply a change approval policy. If it's skipped, then mark it as approved. You're going to evaluate your change model. If it's rejected, then we'll send an email. And so you can do all of your fill in all of your information here in your email, very similar to how we did in that, how we saw it in that one step before as well. And then there's some additional things here as well. But what we're trying to really get at here is both are pretty simple workflows, and you can do them fairly simply in either tool. They're just going to be called different things. In Cherwell, we saw that automation process that then triggered the one step. In ServiceNow, it's just utilizing the flow designer and ensuring that it's active. I will make some more videos on this in the future to go a little more deep dive on it, but for now, just kind of wanted to show you the kind of a couple differences and how the tools really are pretty similar. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.